not only boosts our capacity for responsiveness, but also solidifies our dedication to maintaining open lines of communication with the citizens we serve. We have bolstered the capabilities of the Complaint Response Unit to ensure swift and thorough investigations into public grievances concerning police conduct. The CRU has been enhanced with a 24/7 feedback platform, allowing citizens to report incidents of misconduct as they occur. This initiative not only improves our responsiveness, but also reinforces our dedication to transparency and justice, ensuring that every citizen's voice can be heard and acted upon promptly. Furthermore, we have significantly enhanced the functionality of the Public Complaint Bureau, established under the First Order, to enhance its service delivery concerning public grievances. The PCB is now fully operational within every public relations office nationwide, providing an easily accessible platform for citizens to report police misconduct, swiftly investigated, and where warranted, corrective measures are promptly enacted. This robust system does not merely address grievances, it actively fortifies our dedication to accountability, ensuring our actions align with our principles of service and integrity. Therefore, urge members of the public to utilize the effective services of these units, which have been established in all states of the Federation, to report police misconduct, rather than resorting to social media. Our professionally trained and dedicated officers will promptly address reports to any of our PCB or CRU, ensuring swift justice for the aggrieved.
All right, that's the IGP, talking about citizens should stop reporting police misbehavior, if you will, or misdemeanor on social media. There is now an appropriate channel for them to report. There is a public complaint bureau and a complaint response unit of the police, and they promise to perhaps do better in the management of police civilian relations. We're being joined in the program by the first public relations officer, Mr. Amuyiwa Adejobi. He joins us via Zoom. Mr. Adejobi, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Good morning, Geoffrey. Good morning, Nigerians.
Yeah, I know we had to pull you out and you're on the way out as well. So let's be as quick as this one. I know that the IGP had done some explainers, but maybe you can help us provide a bit of a context and a background to this. Is it that the complaints were becoming an avalanche of complaints and there were no mechanism before, and now this is to cover that gap, or this is just an improvement of what has already existed? And what necessitated this move by the IGP?
Well, thank you, Geoffrey. You recollect that we commenced Nigeria Police Public Relations Conference, Public Relations Officers Conference and workshop in Nassau. On Monday, the IGP declared coconut money in Nassau. During the opening ceremony, the IGP dropped the schemes. The IGP actually reminded Nigerians of the effort of the Nigerian Police Force to put in place certain mechanisms, particularly on oversight and accountability mechanisms of the Nigerian Police Force. The creation of certain units that are very fundamental to taking corrections from complaints from members of the public, treating or addressing these complaints, and to, of course, draw the police closer to the general public by attending to some of their grievances and making sure justice prevails. When I read the headline that IGP stopped, IGP ordered some media, they said IGP ordered Nigeria to stop reporting. That headline was not so comfortable. That's not the picture of what transpired. The IGP was actually addressing Nigerians and was urging them, appealing to them to stop resorting to the use of social media to report police misconduct. Rather than resorting to social media, they should make use of the internal oversight mechanisms being put in place by the Nigeria Police Force. Government, you notice that many that come online, They are not online to just report incidences, to report police misconduct. They're actually doing so many things to run down the system, to paint the police bad, and discredit the institution. And invariably, they discredit Nigeria as a nation because the way they push out some narratives are not so okay for us. In most cases, you see that they will still come out to bring out whole videos, incidences that occurred 5, 6, 7 years ago. Matters have been treated where policemen, the Erring ones have been dismissed. In some cases, many of them have been reduced in rank, and many of them have been given severe reprimand. They will still bring out, generate these videos to paint the situation as if it's recent. All these ones are just to malign and discredit the Nigerian police force. So the IGP felt, let us move closer to members of the public. The IGP approved this training for public relations officers of the Nigerian police force and communication experts. And that's why we have converged on Nasaba to have this ceremony. So in the process, the IGP was addressing the gathering and addressing the media, urging Nigerians to make use of these complaints response units, public complaint bureau, and other oversight units or platforms the police has created to make sure complaints, grievances from members of the public are received, are treated, and justice prevails. So the headline people, some media platforms are giving to these reports is misleading in any way, because if you don't know the story behind it, you just think the IGP is using his power as the IGP to order Nigerians to stop this. No, the IGP was actually addressing the gathering and appealing to Nigeria to have more trust, to have belief in the system, that we have a system that works, and we want Nigeria to make use of this system so that we're able to address some of these issues. Those who come online to understand that coming online is not the only way to address this matter. Our numbers have been rolled out. Many numbers have been rolled out. There was a time the IGP's personal number was publicized so that people can get close to us, and we make sure we attend to some of the problems we have. We cannot operate as a responsible institution without the cooperation of members of the public.
Indeed. Let me come in here, ACP. Right, the statement of the IGP was clear. And that's why we put it out for Nigerians to see just before we came to you, so they will hear all he said in the proper context. So what he said was, we're providing you a means to reach out to us and report rather than resort to social media. So let's clear this once and for all. If I were to have an issue with a police officer, maybe I was assaulted, can I still put it on social media? Let's be clear. I have reported to the police. Are you saying I can't put it on social media, or I can report to police and copy social media? You know how these things work.
What the message there is that give us a trial first. Let us handle your complaints. Then if you fail, you may actually resort to social media. But at the first instance is not to go to social media as if the system has failed. Our system still works. We have handled cases, and many Nigerians can testify to the fact that the police attend to some of the complaints, and we handle all complaints. In most cases, it's the complainant that even hopes or withdraw, that they want amicable settlements when they get to certain in some instances. So we are not saying they cannot use social media to relate with us, but to handle complaints, the first thing they do is immediately they see policemen slap me, is on social media, the video is there, you see stories, argument and counter arguments, creating scenes and the likes. We want to urge them, put to use these platforms we have created for you. It is not all the time to say the police, I report the case to the police and they have not done anything. That is not true. We attend to all cases, we handle all cases. I want to put it here. Let me say, that the police, I want to say that it means that lead agency that always exposes is erring officers. We expose them, we don't cover them, we don't pamper them. In most cases, you see that we've come online to even dismiss officers. We come online to reduce officers when they commit offenses. Most of these offenses are criminal. They are criminal based. We have dismissed them. Just last week or 2 weeks ago in Enugu, a policeman that fired that musician was summarily dismissed and it's arraigned and charged to court. So we want to appeal to them to make use of this platform. Our men are there to attend to some of these complaints 24 hours. Where they fail, well, if you want to use social media, fine, but not at the first instance to rush down to social media to report. That's what IGP is saying.
Well, PR,
let's make use of this platform. Let's see how we are going to handle your complaints.
Well, PR, perhaps I wonder if you've been following the reactions to the appeal by the Inspector General of Police. Perhaps the resistance by Nigerians is the potential of that appeal to deny them the power to make the erring officers accountable by presenting the evidence before the public. And cases abound about how in other cases that are not reported on social media, perhaps because of lack of evidence, where some police officers align with perpetrators and the case is swept under the carpet, and where the case is not swept under the carpet, they lie fallow at police stations, maybe before courts, without resolution, and those cases go on over a long period of time.
Bukola, most cases our people exaggerate some of these cases. The fact that a complaint has been reported to the police, the general it just has to do with trust deficits. Bukola, in some cases, people will call me personally. You know, my number is publicized. People call me, they have access to me 24 hours, and when I even handle some cases, some of our complainants are the ones that simply to just drop the case. At times, it's a very difficult situation when we are taking official disciplinary measures against certain complaints, and even the complainants will be the one to say, no, PRO, I don't want him dismissed. I don't want him reduced or run. Please let him go and let him do this, let him do that. It's a complex situation. But generally, most of these cases that are reported to us directly, not online cases now, not online platform now, directly to us have been handled. It's not all the time we do the room trial, we do proceedings, and we come online to come and show that we are doing this in the office, we are doing this in the department of provost marshal, or we are doing it at zonal office or command level. It's not all the time we come online, but where it's necessary for us to show that we have done this online or before the media, we do that, and we have been doing that. We only want us at this time to address the problem of trust deficit. It's not because they don't have the belief or the trust in the system. That's why they always say when they report our cases, their cases are not being handled. It is not possible, and that is not true. So we have seen that at this point in time we need to meet at a point. For all of us, members of the public, the police is the closest institution to the public. There's no how we continue to be having unnecessary rancors and issues of conflict and issues like this.
I understand perfectly the police is trying to make that effort, and you can't blame citizens. It's a consequence of experience. Perhaps citizens are now reporting the police online to be proactive so that if they have to adjudicate, it's justiciable. And the measure the police has put in place through this unit that you've created sounds to me more like reactive than proactive. What do I mean? In other crimes, we have policemen wearing body cam so that they have their own evidence. It's police thinking in that direction because we know during the End Bad Governance protest, the IGP had promised body cam because it protects the police as well as the citizens. So we have evidence of what happened, at least from the authorities' end. But we don't know what played out. So is the police proactively thinking of body cam rather than waiting for complaints to come so that the policeman who is wearing the body cam will know that my actions have consequence?
Now, Geoffrey, the address delivered by the IGP concerning this matter is not that we have been reactive. These platforms have been there before now. Even before we are talking the issue of body cam or no body cam. It is not that we have been so lackadaisical about this before. The platform, PCV, CRU had been there. To the extent that the CRU was even incorporated in the Nigerian Police Act 2020. Section 131 of that act is talking of complaint response unit and what the police must do. So it's a legal thing. The law is compelling the police to do certain things. And this is what the IGP has done, that CRU must be established enough state commands 37 commands of the federation, including the Federal Capital Territory. So it is not that we are being reactive. This has been hard. We're only trying to remind ourselves of the system we have and how we can make use of the system. Then to the issue of body count, is a matter of fiscal budget, and the IGP has taken this up with the government, and I'm sure they are deliberating on this with the Ministry of Police Affairs. So very, very soon this procurement will be done, and I can say police officers in Nigeria will be wearing body caps. The number of the police is large. We are talking of more than 300 police officers, so it's not something that we just say I want to go to the market and buy body cap. It's what they need to plan for, and I'm sure the IGP has taken the bull by the horn, relating with the Ministry of Police Affairs and with the presidency in this regard. So very, very soon they are going to have body cap. But whatever we do now is not that we are very reactive. We're only trying to review and consolidate on what we have to make sure we have mutual understandings between the police and members of the public.
Mr. Muyo Adejobi, thank you so much. We're looking forward to that body cam, and we'd like to have a sample. Just make
If I can change the world, it should be to make the world free from hunger, homeless people, and killings in the society. And what I'll tell the president to do, I'll tell the president to give everyone a free access to quality health care.
It's like you look through the notes of the president, because it's in Brazil right now, and they are talking about ending poverty and hunger. So that's a good one. So,
okay.
We cannot close without, your parents have done a fantastic job. Your teachers have done fantastic job. So you're going to look at this camera, and what do you have to say to your parents, your teachers, and children out there who are watching? Because right now you're superstars. David, let me start with David.
Okay.
No, David, this is okay.
This is your camera.
This one, yeah.
I would like to thank everyone for watching us today. And I would like to thank our parents because they have been providing for us. They have done everything for us. As I'm 9 years old now, they have been taking care of me and my teachers. I want to say thank you so much to my teachers because they are very kind-hearted and they're always helping me with learning.
So what do you tell other children?
I'll tell other children that they should keep on following their dreams so they can dream big in the future.
Good. Okay, Kiara.
Thank you so much, parents, for taking care of us. And since I was a little baby, I've been taking care of us and encouraging me to do big things. And I also thank my teachers too, as well. Cause thank you for helping me sit up. And to the children out there, keep on making mistakes. It's okay. You will learn from your mistakes. And when you grow up, you learn everything and you become a superstar.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
How old are you?
9.
Oh.
Okay.
Awesome.
You're a good counselor, but do you know that? High five, high five. Let's do that high five again, Yeah. Good children. We're super proud of you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you. We've had Okikiola Fakile and David Oyelaki. Year 5. They're year 5 pupils, not students, and they've spoken so eloquently on the program today, and they've given our leaders and, of course, parents so much to think about. Thank you for coming on the Morning Brief on Channels Television.
Thank you.
Yeah, we hope to see you someday when you achieve those big dreams. All right, so we'll take a break now. When we return, we'll move on to the next leg of our conversation. So stay with us, we'll be right back.